Hey guys, my name's Dane Hartley, and I'm here to tell you my story, but more importantly than that, I'm here to give you hope. I'm here to give you a plan, and I'm here to give you a mission. And that mission and plan and hope is all going to come from a company called Crowd One. You see, there's no doubt that we're in the toughest time of our lives. This COVID, this coronavirus has created absolute devastation, not just from a virus perspective, but economically, financially. And there was a stage where I had no hope. There was a stage where I didn't have a plan. I mean, you know what that's like? When you get out of bed, you don't know what you're going to do. Everything falling apart around you. You've got no plan to generate income. You got no structure. You got no mission to follow. And each day you're just existing and hoping that something is going to come right, hoping that some miracle is going to fall on your lap. You see, that's where I was. You see, what happened was I'm a multiple business owner. Some of my businesses are famous. I mean, one of them is the most premium lounge and upmarket VIP restaurant that turns into a club. In Pretoria, it was 10 years old. It used to feed 50 families. It was debt free. It used to do a couple million in revenue. And it was an absolute lifeline for a lot of us. Gone, wiped out. We didn't have a say. We were like, I used to think, hey, I'm the puppeteer, I'm the master, I'm in charge of my destiny. And then I realized I was just a puppet and someone else was pulling the strings and I had no control whatsoever. And I lost hope. And I found that hope with a concept called Crowd One. It gave me back my mission, it gave me back my purpose. And that was to not only create abundance and success in my life, but in the lives of others. You see, there's a very famous saying by an international businessman. He says, no money, big problem. Big money, no problem. And that's what Crowd One is. It's about leveraging off the crowd and creating big money. You see, I didn't see it in the beginning. So if you don't see it, that's okay. You know, this is about disrupting industries, and sometimes some of the most prettiest things come concealed in an ugly casing. I mean, let me give you one of the best examples. A diamond. What is a diamond? If you're looking for diamonds, it's in this horrible, disgusting coal face, and it's black and it's soot. And on the outset, looking in, I mean, you're not going to see this beautiful, precious jewel. You're going to see coal and soot and dirt and an ugly black facade. You got to dig deep. You got to scratch. You got to hammer away to get to that beautiful, rare jewel. And that's what Crowd One is. You see, in the beginning, I didn't see it, but it took my friend to show me how powerful this concept is. You see, to this day, I've never seen anyone change their lives as quick as he did. His name is Skulk. He started a system in Crowd One called Online Millionaires Club, OMC. And I saw this guy go from zero, squatting in a flat, bankrupt, struggling financially under huge stress and strain, to a multi-millionaire living in a gorgeous, stunning mansion, abundance, multiple revenue and income streams. And I wanted that for me. More importantly, it gave me hope, because I was in a scenario where I didn't know what I was going to do. I was desperately trying to recover what I'd lost. Everything was bouncing. I don't know if you can relate. And when I saw what happened with Skulk, I said, you know what, buddy? If you can do it, I can do it. And he was right. I jumped in, and the rest is history. I'm now in a position of success. I'm now in a position of abundance. Now in a position where I'm generating multiple revenue and income streams, and we're passing that gift on to others. We're going to pass that gift on to you. So if you're in that similar position where you don't know what you're going to do, if you're saying to yourself, I don't know how I'm going to go forward, I need something, the wait is over. You found it. So what is Crowd One? It's all about leverage. It's all about buying power. A catchphrase we call critical mass. I mean, to date, there's now 10 million people that have joined this Crowd One, and that's in under 2 years. We've broken all records. We've actually traced our growth back to comparatively to Facebook, and we're growing faster than Facebook grew. Now that's telling you something, because Facebook was free. You could just click and join Facebook. Crowd One, the minimum educational package that you buy in at is 99 euros. So that's 10 million people, where the bulk of them have all joined by paying in 99 euros to become a part of this Crowd One. They're saying that if we continue on this wave, on this trend, by next year we'll be 50 million people. So why is that important? is that has leverage, that has critical mass, that has power, the power of a crowd. Think of Crowd One as the Spotify for digital products and online services. So it's this huge sponge where you can drop multiple products and online revenue offerings, and the crowd just absorbs it. The crowd just spends and engages in those products. Now, the products that we have at the moment and that we're entering into is travel. How many people do you think are going to engage in travel? I mean, it's one of the biggest industries in the world. In South Africa, there's a Safer security app. I can shake my phone, acts as a panic button, and armed security response can come to my aid. In Nigeria, there's a company called Tribute, which is a lifestyle, perfume, and fragrances. How many people do you think are going to engage and spend on that? Very soon, we're going to be launching online gaming, online gambling, online lottery. I mean, see, what we have is, like I said, buying power. I mean, let me give you an example. I've got a friend that owns a retail supermarket. Let's say I go up to him and I say, I tell you what, every month, I'm going to guarantee you a captive market of shoppers. I'm going to be able to provide a couple million people. You don't have to do a thing. All these people are going to do is enter your store and they're going to spend. Now, because I'm bringing all of these people to you, there's a couple of things I want. I want you to give them a good deal. So I want you to be able to give them discounts and savings and offerings. He's going to want to do that. Number two, I want money. I want kickbacks. I want revenue. I want commissions. I want a percentage of what these guys spend. Because I'm driving all the spend to your business, I want to be remunerated for generating that type of revenue for you. His answer is going to be yes, because he doesn't have to do anything for this extra revenue and this extra client base. You see, traditionally what happens is you've got all these different companies, online affiliate marketing companies, ClickFunnels, that are steering all sorts of people to different products, to different online suppliers. And in exchange, every single time someone successfully engages on a product being steered via a certain platform, money goes from that supplier back to the agent that successfully resulted in a sale taking place. Now, Crowd One is arguably the largest ClickFunnels in the world on steroids. Crowd One is arguably the largest affiliate marketing company on the planet. I mean, what they're doing is, instead of you having to go and speak to 10 million different people, you speak to one person. You speak to Crowd One, and you say, look, I'm very interested in you guys engaging on my online products, on my digital services. Please, could you steer 10 million shoppers to me? Now, Crowd One would say, yeah, sure, why not? What deals are you going to give our members? What discounts are you going to give our members? Because if it's not a good enough deal, we can opt to go to someone else. But secondly, the money that would normally go out to Silicon Valley, that would normally be spent in commissions and revenues and kickbacks and rebates, would go to someone else, comes back to Crowd One, because Crowd One is the people that are generating that business in the first place. Crowd One is the people that have the power to steer the crowd to spend at this specific product, at this specific supplier. So therefore, all the revenue that was spent at that specific supplier, some of it must come back into the pot for me, for you, for all of us to share at Crowd One. That's the power of it. We've created critical mass, and in the future there are going to be thousands of online products. Imagine online shopping companies engaged. I mean, here's a quick story. We recently partnered up with an online travel company where we basically have our own online booking engine now called LifeTrends. Now, these guys are big. I mean, prior to us, they already had affiliates and partnerships in place and joint ventures in place with travel companies, Bookings.com, massive, right? Expedia, huge. TravelStar, huge. They partner up with Crowd One, and we just started flooding them and registering and just smashing their site. For the first time ever, we crashed their system. That's the power of the crowd. Now, when other people find out about that, they're going to come knocking on our door and they're going to say, hey, what about my product? What about my product? What about my product? I mean, by the time we're 50 million strong, imagine, guys, 50 million people spending here, spending there. Now, you might not be into online gambling, but a couple million people in the crowd will be. You might not be into online gaming. Millions will be. Online shopping, millions will be. Travel, millions will be. So the point is, you now get to share in revenue generated from huge mass online hysteria buying. And it's not going to stop. It's going to grow and grow and grow and grow and grow. And more companies are going to be introduced. And what that means is, before you were one voice, you didn't really have much say. Now, as part of the crowd, we got a lot of say. We got muscle and we've got power. So that's the one part. Now the second part is we get paid commissions for growing Crowd1. We get what's called affiliate marketing commissions. The more people we can add to Crowd1, the more future buying power we generate, the more potential online suppliers we can attract, and it's just a circle that just generates wealth and wealth, like a wealth spiral. So there are 5 different commissions. Why I love networking is traditionally most business, you are 100% of your effort. I mean, my background is accountancy. I studied accounting. Accountants, they trade their time for money. If they don't bill out their time, they don't get paid. So the problem is they're forced to always remain engaged and sell their time to generate revenue. And the problem is there's only so many hours in a day, so their income is capped. There's a ceiling, there's a limit to the amount of money you can generate all by yourself. By networking, you leverage, and instead of it being 100% about you, you can leverage and generate 1% from 100 people's efforts. That's still 100%, right? But what if that 100 grows to 1,000? What if that 1,000 grows to 10,000? What if that 10,000 grows to 100,000? You can work as hard as you like by yourself. You'll never leverage or generate 100,000% return on your effort. It's impossible. There's not many hours in a day. But with networking, you can get 1,000,000% for crying out loud. And that's the power of what we're doing. So what's your first goal? Your first goal is to cash in on a bonus they give all new members. So you join. You decide to give this thing a go. You put in your 99 euros. Once off, by the way. No monthly debit orders or anything like that to be a part of Crowd1. Once you pay once off, you're in the crowd for life. Now what happens is you then got 14 days after you've initially joined to help get 4 people to make the same decision and join your team. Once you do that, they'll give you a fear of loss bonus. Just that commission alone is 125 euros if they all also joined on the 99 euro package. So that's very interesting. I joined. I get 4 other people to join. I've gotten more than my initial money back, plus extra commissions and bonuses that I'll receive over and above that. So here's the cool part. You've just gotten 4 people, you've gotten more than your money back. Imagine if you helped those 4 to do the same thing. Imagine if you said, hey guys, I just got my fear of loss bonus. Let me help you do the same thing. And they also got it. And they also got paid. It brings belief, and more importantly, it starts changing lives. And then those 4 all got their 4. Then those 4 got their 4. And in the future, there's thousands, hundreds of thousands, additional millions that are all going to be steered into all these different online products and services, spending money, generating a wealth cycle. It's a win-win for all. So, before I end off, I quickly want to address a big word: fear. Yes, this is the unknown. This is new. This is different. Guys, we are disrupting industries. Of course, this is out of your comfort zone. Of course, this is something that is going to test your limits, test your boundaries. But you know what? If you're not out of your comfort zone, you're not growing. If you don't want to get out of your comfort zone, say nothing, do nothing, be nothing. To be somebody, to achieve greatness, you got to swim upstream. You got to test your comfort zone. You got to conquer your fears, and you got to take that leap of faith to grow. If you're not prepared to do that, you're not going to achieve anything in life, let alone achieve success in Crowd1. So the bottom line is conquer your fear, or there will be regret. And let's look at those 2 levels of regret. The first regret could be, hey, I joined, I gave this thing a go. Now, I'm not guaranteeing that it works for everyone, but the bottom line is there's enough examples that everyone can benefit and everyone can gain, albeit in the long run, just by being a part of this membership or just by being a part of Crowd1. So the bottom line is you put your $99 in, and for whatever reason, it doesn't work. You've lost your $99. Well, you never lose it because you get Crowd1 rewards and other benefits, but for argument's sake, you've put that money in and there we go, it's gone. So what? Stop making it such a big deal. I mean, when I got married, my wife had to have a certain wedding dress. It's still upstairs in the closet. She hasn't worn it since. It cost way more than $2,000, but you don't see us beating ourselves up about it. I mean, there's a pair of shoes that I have in my closet that I never wear that cost that. There's a golf club shaft that I broke that cost more than $2,000. You didn't see me beating myself up about it, let alone a business opportunity such as Crowd1 that enables me to change not only my life, but the lives of others. You see, I could join and spend 99 euros and maybe regret joining, and I've lost that 99 euros. Alternatively, maybe I don't join. and I live with an even bigger regret. You see, there's a famous saying, an individual that was called Ronald Wayne. He's known as the almost billionaire. He had an opportunity to buy into Apple for $800 and achieve 10% or receive 10% shareholding in the company Apple. He didn't do it. Fear got in the way. For a measly amount of money, $800, he did not take that leap, and he spent it on something else. And I can tell you, to this day, he probably can't even tell you what he spent the $800 on. But I can tell you this, if he did spend the $800 and 10% shareholding in Apple, today he would have been a billionaire. So I'm not saying that that's going to happen with you with Crowd One, but I am saying, what are you going to regret more? Putting in the 99 and perhaps it doesn't work, or putting in the 99 and this does work and you become the next millionaire? You're responsible for creating countless other millionaires, and your life and your family's life changes forever. I would regret not taking that leap for a measly $99. So if this thing works, just in case it does, get in anyway. Some people are going to tell you don't do it. Some people are going to say do it. But here's the bottom line. You miss 100% of the chances you never take. Take the chance. Take the leap of faith. Because here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. We're all going to Disneyland, and the rides are going to be amazing. But you have to buy a ticket to get into Disneyland to enjoy the rides. If you don't buy the ticket, you're going to be stuck outside of the theme park, outside of Disneyland, and stuck forever looking at us enjoying the rides through the fence. Don't be that guy. Don't be that girl. Join us. Let's have some fun. Now, we are looking for leaders. If you're a leader, you found the right place, because we're developing a leadership factory where we all grow from each other's inputs and efforts, something we like to call co-creation. If you're not a leader, join anyway, because your life will only improve if you can surround yourself in this environment. You want to know where you're going to be in the next couple of years? Look around you. Look at the environment you're in. Look at the people that you're working with. Look at their track record. Look at their assets. Look at their success. If they are millionaires and have a different way of thinking and generate different results, they'll rub off. So at the end of the day, what are we going to give you with Crowd One? We're going to give you hope. We're going to give you a plan. We're going to give you a mission. We're going to give you goals. And we're going to give you success. At the very least, just for those things alone, it's worthwhile jumping in, even if you have your doubts, because if you don't do this, what are you going to do? Unfortunately, in terms of the economy and COVID and job creation and businesses out there folding, unfortunately, things are going to get worse before they get worse. This is light. This is hope. This is a chance to do something. So jump in, grab my hand, grab the team's hand, and maybe you're going to be our next online millionaire. Chat soon.